before we get into day, this is what we were doing last night. There isn't many nights of the year you can cut spring barley that's lodged and starting to regrow after sundown. But amazingly, we can tonight. On the banks of the river, it's clouded over. Not much breeze. It's relatively warm. We're shaving the ground, literally. And we seem to be getting it all up as well. A little bit of bulldozing here maybe now though. Deep gets through a wobble as well. Someone was asking the other day, why is the reel not in sync? It's so that it's always got a smooth crop flow, because that's feeding that in, that's feeding that in. And it basically means that the machine's always running fairly even. We've got the reel going quite fast, to lift it up quick, flick it over the knife. It's gone damp now. This is what we're trying to pick up. It's only certain patches in the field, but just can't get it to go over the knife now. It's just too soggy. So we'll call it a day. Resume later tomorrow, or today if you're watching it. Right, now that is what I can see. Now is what my phone can see. Isn't that amazing? There's my car. It's like Jenga in the yard, trying to get everything set up to treat this next bit of seed. The sun's bright as well, start to see reflections. Finally got it set up 40 minutes later than we wanted to, because it's going to take us 2 hours for us to do it and get gone really out of the way. Just knocking off cutting barley to go back to cut wheat to show the MPs what's going on, and ITV News are here filming a bit as well for it. This MP day was arranged, I don't know, 4 months ago, and then it got moved from July to August. You wouldn't believe it's right in the middle of the best day of the year that we've had so far as summer, and we're moving fields to accommodate it. But we're doing it because it's important. It's important that MPs know, and especially urban MPs, know exactly what goes on a farm, and people know exactly what harvest is, because it isn't our harvest, it's your harvest, it's everyone's harvest. What we're harvesting at the moment is what everyone's going to eat. It's important for national security as well for the nation. So anyway, we're going to saddle up, swap fields. Well, basically the combine's going to be static in the yard for a little bit, and then we're going to go and cut some wheat and show them, and then we've got a demo of some oilseed rape being harvested as well. It's been a massively hectic day today. Andrew has been on the combine today, and we've obviously brought it back to do the demonstration stuff. I've filmed hardly anything apart from, we did a little bit of filming, and we used my phone because it's got a better camera on it for some of the NFU stuff that they're going to be putting out on social media, which is just educating people about farming. So they've got a girl, I think, is it Sophie, working for them, who's knows nothing about farming, deliberately, so that when she goes, she asks the obvious questions that other people wouldn't realise. So it's a little bit cobbled together, and we were messing around with a different microphone. Some people know about farming, so they probably might not find it interesting, but here it is anyway. This is some of the little bits and bobs that we filmed today. So it's a little bit like unedited, just to show you what we're doing, or what they're doing really. Everyone loves what? Right, we're walking around, everyone's gone. I didn't film any of it because I was too busy showing people around. So this is Sophie that works for the NFU. Hello. And Sophie knows nothing about farming, so she's going to go and ask people stupid questions about farming to teach the general public about farming. So we're going to go and film in a couple of sheds, and we're going to see if she knows what's in them, and then we're going to have a look at that, and we're going to have a look at that. So off we go.
I have no idea. So when you hold it, just hold it there and then
Is
just...
it recording? So, what's this like? Woo, road mic. Tom Pemberton's got one of these. We're in the oilseed rape shed with her ice cream. Talking to Sophie, forgotten her second name already. But we'll call her Sophie NFU. And we're doing a little bit of a TikTok video about what all the different things are in each shed. So obviously this shed is full of OSR, so we've just been explaining that you can use it for cooking oil. And what else?
And for your tyres. That's what he said. Your your car?
No, no, it powers your car, not for your tyres. If you put it on your tyres, you slip everywhere.
Your car and stuff.
Yeah, so we're going to have to work a little bit longer on this one.
What's that big orange thing?
That is a grain pusher.
Okay.
So it's like marbles. It's really round and it flows. So when it comes out the back of the wagon, it like goes ugh, all over the floor.
Okay.
Even makes that noise. So we push it up with the big orange thing on the front of a tractor.
Yeah.
And get it as high as we can because the sky's the limit. The more we can fit in the shed, the better.
Nice. I want to sledge down it.
You can actually, yeah.
Have you done it?
Years ago, yeah.
Woo! Get the sledges out. What is this? It looks like sand.
It's wheat. So it's what you make bread out of.
Yeah.
So if each one of these, if you bite it in half, you see it's white in the middle.
Yeah.
So that makes flour. So that is what you make bread out of. So the UK each year produces about 12 million tonnes a year of wheat.
Yeah.
And to put that into some perspective, if you were to put it on wagons and park them bumper to bumper, they wouldn't stretch from John O'Groats to Land's End, they stretch from John O'Groats to Moscow and back.
And, okay, so in a pile like this, how many loaves of bread are there?
I think it's 600 grams in a loaf of bread, so that's what,
I don't know.
say 2,000 loaves a tonne, and there's probably 100 tonne there, so 200,000 loaves of bread.
Oh my god.
It rises.
That's a lot of bread. Okay.
You want to eat it at once.
So, what do we have here, Ollie?
Where? That's barley. So that's used to make beer and whiskey and gin. What's your favourite?
I don't drink gin.
There we go.
But gin
Makes you happy or?
violent, I think.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay, so yeah. How many pints of beer are in this pile?
Let me just ask Google.
Is it a lot though? A lot.
Yeah, I mean like millions.
Like, could the pints fill up the room?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like I think a ton can make something like is it 10,000 pints and there's like
Oh my God.
350 ton. I'd have to do the Googling. Or someone else can Google it and put it in the comments.
Wait, so how do you sit on it? Is there a chair?
You don't even know what it is, do you?
Oh, what is this?
It's for sowing corn, so planting seeds so that we can harvest them next year.
Okay.
You don't sit on it.
Right?
At the front, we attach a tractor to it,
Yeah.
and then we plug these pipes in,
Yeah.
and then the tractor has a seat in it, or a chair if you're from Coventry.
Yeah, and why is it got any blades on?
So at the moment it's folded up so it fits down the road, but
Yeah.
when you get to the field, it like lifts up and then it goes like that, and then
Yeah.
it folds forwards, and then them blades go in the floor and cut a groove, and then it blows seed down these tubes,
Right?
and the little wheel presses it into the soil, and then the other wheel then closes the slot that the front blade's made,
Yeah.
and then it starts to grow.
Wow. It looks pretty deadly.
So so at the moment it's folded up, so it's about 4 meters high and about
Yeah.
3 meters wide.
Yeah.
But when it folds out, it's 12 meters wide. So we go up and down the field at every 12 meters,
Yeah.
sat in the seat or chair on the tractor.
Chair. What's wrong with
You'll
chair?
You'll have to come back and see it working.
Yes. Yeah, we'll be back.
Is it filming? Oh. Do you have to look surprised again?
What is this?
Go on, start again.
What is this?
It's a sprayer. So when we're growing things, we need to protect them from like disease,
Yeah.
things like that. Or when we're putting a new crop in the ground, we need to clean the field.
Yeah.
So we'll go in and we'll put like a herbicide on it to kill all the weeds, like you would on your path at home.
What's a herbicide?
It's kills plants. So
Okay.
it's like a weed killer.
Yeah.
So we'll go in, we'll put weed killer on the field. It's all nice and clean, and then we'll put whatever we want into it. So, like for instance, wheat,
Yeah.
and then hopefully, then only thing that will grow in the field that year is wheat. So we don't have to put any other chemicals on it for 12 months.
Nice.
So we put it on before we grow the wheat. So this has a big water tank on it. So the big silver thing on the back holds water. It holds about 6,000 litres of water. And when it folds out, these booms, what we call down the side, they look like a crane.
Yeah.
They fold out 36 metres wide.
Yeah.
And we go up and down the field, and it sprays little nozzles, but like you'd put on your hair, like a spray thing.
Hairspray.
Yeah, and it puts the covering on the ground or whatever you're doing, or we use it to put food on, so like nutrition for the plants through it as well.
Yeah. Can I sit in there?
Yeah. It might be hot in there though because it's like been in the sun.
Will you hold that, please? Is that it? Oh. Oh my god!
Oh my god, it's so hot in here.
Documenting!
So,
Ooh.
press that pedal there, that makes that there.
Oh.
That steers it.
Yeah, I would definitely need this here.
Can you drive?
Yeah, I can drive.
Are you old enough?
Yes, I'm 19 now.
So that makes it go forwards, and that makes it go backwards. So it's like Top Gun. Yeah, well you hold it like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Ooh.
So obviously when it's running, you'd be a bit smoother, and you wouldn't do it that quick because you'd be like.
Wait, so you have to hold it like that the whole time you're driving?
No. So you kind of like, if you want to go forwards a bit, you just push it forwards a little bit, then you let go, and it'll stay at that speed.
Oh.
If you want to slow down, you pull it back a little bit. It's like the combine as well.
That must be like quite boring after a while, though.
No, because you turn
You're
it.
just sitting in. Oh.
Well, you can turn the radio on.
Oh my god, we got a TV.
And then that's GPS, so that steers it for you.
It's not
So when we go in the field for the first time,
yeah,
we tell it where we want to drive, and then it remembers it, and then it drives itself.
That's so cool.
So you just sit here watching what's going on and making sure everything's okay, and then edit YouTube videos.
For how long do you sit in this thing?
I don't know, about 12,
Hours?
14 hours a day sometimes.
Oh my god.
Not really this time of year, but at certain times.
Would you usually have someone in here with you, or do you just go on your own?
Not really.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Aw. You got butter.
Oh no, my mum put some melon in it for me the other day.
Does he bring you packed lunch in as well?
Well, yeah, that's the only thing you end up out with it for a long time.
I'm sweltering in here.
You need to be behind. You need to be the other side of the camera.
Oh.
30 seconds, Sophie. What have you learnt today on the farm?
I've learned that you can bite into your crop to find out if it's ready. Do the bite test. I've learned that there's water in the top of this thing.
Yeah.
Which is I forgot what this is.
It's a sprayer.
This is a
The most important machine on the farm.
A sprayer that sprays herbicides.
There we go.
Yeah, I know about this.
And why has it got YouTube on the front?
Because you're a YouTuber.
Well, yeah, because YouTube are paying for it.
Because YouTube are paying for it.
There we go.
Slay.
We've done a few videos all around looking at different crops and different things, different machines. So I'll put a little bit of them together and show you, and then if you're going to make some content. Because the idea is, because she doesn't know zero about, I'm not going to say anything, just farming. She asked the questions that a lot of people want to ask but would feel stupid asking, mainly the general public. No offence to the general public out there that knew that was a sprayer, which you probably would do if you're watching this video anyway, because you paid for it. But yeah, so it's a new thing that they're starting, to follow them on TikTok. What's the channel called?
Back British Farming.
Back British Farming. There's two Back British Farmers though, isn't there? There's someone that sells clothes as well.
Back British Farming underscore.
Back British Farming Back British Farming
Underscore.
then just an underscore.
Yeah, just an underscore.
There we go. So check it out later on, and I'm going to use you as clickbait for today.
Okay.
Because the other day when we used to live as clickbait getting arrested, the video got watched loads of times, so that's why you've just seen a thumbnail of that. 58 bales in the field and the wagon's just turned up to weigh now. When he's turned up, there's obviously a load missing, but he hasn't lost it on the road. Someone couldn't count and left 48, not 58. Liv's putting a bailover away now. Andrew's still just finishing a field of wheat. He's finished some spring barley, gone into wheat because it started to get damp and gone later on, as you saw last night. The rake is back as well. Hannah's been the best dressed tractor driver today, because she's still got a dress on after the NFU event. So she's been out rowing up with that, rolling some straw over. We're going to go and do the birthday bumper now on the buggy. You're both doing it? Come on, let's go. I'm hungry. Birthday bumper time. Off you go. Liv, Hannah, go.
Right. Ben Grindley, who's 9. Mark Wright, 34. Kevin Jones, who's 54. Ernie O'Hanlon, who was born yesterday.
Mark O'Hanlon's grandson.
Oliver Tipple, who's 3. Robert Wheeler, who's 64. And Evan Bowden, who's 11. And then Hazzy, aka Claire Haslam, that was her birthday yesterday. We missed her off. So happy birthday for yesterday. Gavin Rodder is 55. Alice Kidner 7. Josh Tuck. Gossia Galata's 44. And Stephen Walker, aka Cowboy Steve, is 49. We also have an anonymous as well, so we've put you on the bumper. And Cara Hill is 10.
There you go. Happy birthday, everyone on there, and get well soon, Stephen. He's waiting for a bypass operation, I think. 42,624. I think it's gone up like 200 and something pounds today. If anyone wants to look tomorrow what it was yesterday, you can put it in the comments. Let us know. I haven't got time to do that because I'm tired. But there you go. Happy birthday, and thanks, girls.
Happy birthday.
Most glamorous birthday bumper ever. That could be the most random video I have ever edited. So you just have to let me know whether you enjoyed it or you found it boring. I don't know. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Anyway, another thing yesterday, the girl that was doing the Lyme testing, I said she didn't want to be on camera. No, what she actually said was she wasn't really sure she was confident to talk on camera. So that's why I did most of the talking. She didn't mind being on camera. And she actually did some more content later on for the NFU kind of things with Hannah as well. So don't worry, because everyone was like, oh, she said she didn't want to be on camera. You put her on camera. But yeah, it was a slip of the tongue to say she didn't want to be on camera. Anyway, really random video, even more random. John, do you remember when we were doing the combine run, the guy that was only feeling 60% and made a sign out of cardboard and held it up? Well, John's on his way to John O'Groats to sail across to is it the Orkney Isles, I think. So he's called in on him, took him some merch and some goodies. Anyway, we've kind of kept in touch with him through his neighbour, because we've met his neighbour at the Highland Show. Anyway, he's feeling 80% today. He's made up because John called. So there's his sign. He's still got it and he's feeling a lot better. But anyway, that's all for today. The most randomest, strangest video I've ever made. But thanks for watching if you have made it this far. Thanks for your patience, and I'll see you tomorrow.